all about strange or unusual games. In fact, back on the PS1 and PS2, quirky Japanese imports were always some of my favorites to discover, and what these games lacked in graphical fidelity, professional voice acting, or even solid control schemes, they made up for with originality, which is probably why I was so excited to play Run Dorothy Run, a new Wizard of Oz-inspired rhythm action game for PlayStation VR, whose unique premise reminds me a lot of some of those underappreciated imports.
Houses, you know, just in case. Great to see you. So, I haven't been entirely honest with you.
Run Dorothy Run is described as an endless runner, but that description doesn't make any sense. There are definitely a finite number of levels, 16 in fact, with 3 difficulty settings for each, all set to an electro swing soundtrack. And the music here, for a genre that's totally out of my wheelhouse, is absolutely amazing. It makes you want to dance, which is really the point. Because in VR, your 2 move controllers are actually 2 gem collecting scepters, and your only real mission is to bounce around and collect as many gems as you can. The more you collect, the higher your score and inevitable rating. A few power-ups like a green gem that doubles your score, or a dog bone that sends Toto after bonus gems, add to the reward and the challenge, as if it's not already challenging enough. Oh, and also, there's something oddly satisfying about smacking an evil crow right in the face.
Get to her castle as soon as possible. If she's got her friends after you, she must be pretty serious.
But as much fun as I'm having dancing around my living room, there are just too many glaring problems to overlook. The graphics are downright plain, and for the so-called magical land of Oz, they're really uninspired. But even worse, every level is just a straight corridor. I would have killed for some twists and turns in the track, maybe even some obstacles to jump over. It's likely that the developers were just too concerned about motion sickness, but a little gameplay variety would have been really appreciated. But the biggest offender here are the main characters that talk incessantly during a level. There's no option to turn them off, or even lower their volume. And the few moments that Run Dorothy Run attempts to tell an actual story is when this game is at its worst.
Oh no.
That was unexpected.
Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this took a turn. Oh, jeez. Oh, how cute. The mangy pigeon rats are giving you a lift back. They must have overheard.
I eventually came around on Run Dorothy Run. The soundtrack, along with my silly new dance moves, made me smile more times than I could count. But the poor production values and fairly generic level design make this one hard to recommend at its current price point of $30. If you love electro swing music, or you just need another excuse to sweat in VR, you could do a lot worse. But everyone else should probably wait for a sale, and some DLC, and maybe a patch or 2.